Hey, I'm Emmy Nixon. I'm a high school golfer in Austin, Texas. I work with Dr. Hamilton also. I've been working with him for a while, and it's starting to I'm starting to see the difference. I'm at 52 on the PGBB, and I shot 76 today. When I started out with him, I was shooting anywhere from 80 to 90. So I'm starting to get to a point where I'm feeling really confident with my game, and I'm having fun. I'm smiling. I'm just it's flowing a lot more now. With all the strategies that he's been giving me. And today in my round, I hit on hole one. Well, he wanted me to go through my round with you and just tell you what my thought process is when I'm playing. So, hole one was a par 4. I hit my drive way right, and then it was in a bush, so I had to take an unplayable lie, a stroke penalty. So I was hitting 3. I hit that shot on the green, and then I made a long putt for par. And then I was just the key was just not getting angry and just smiling, keeping my composure, pointing out the target, doing the warrior pose, just taking deep breaths, staying calm, relaxed. And then hole 2, I hit my shot on the green to the right side. I had 20 or 30 feet in for birdie, and then I 2-putted for par. And again, I was just, every time I look at my target, I point my club at the target, do the warrior pose, and I just say, computer, do your thing. And I just let everything flow, and I try not to force things or think too much, because if you let the computer play, it knows how to play golf. Just let it do its thing, and then everything will work out good. And then hole 3, I hit my drive right again. So I had to hit it. So I was like right behind the tree. So I had to go like to the front corner of the green. So I had like an 80-foot putt for birdie. And then I ended up 2-putting that. Hole 4 was another par 4. I hit my drive, hit my 3-wood, and I had like about 130 yards into the green. I hit about 20 feet right of the pin, 2-putted for another par. And then hole 5, I hit my drive in the fairway, and then I hit my 6-iron short of the green, and then I chunked it, and then I ended up making a double bogey. I ended up, it was just a bad short game moment there for me, but the key is when you make a bad hole, just be thinking, my next shot's my best shot. I can get it back, especially when it's early in the round. You have a lot of holes to play. You can make up shots in a hurry if you have the right mindset about it. And then moving on to hole 6, I hit my drive left, and then I was in another bush, believe it or not, and then I had to take another unplayable lie. So I was hitting 3 from like 160 yards out. I had to play over 2 bunkers, and it was into the wind. And I hit an 8-iron to about 25 feet, and I drained that for par. And then 7, I hit my drive on this. It was a dogleg left hole, so I I hit my drive down the right side and went through the fairway into the rough a little bit. And then I hit 8 iron from about 150 yards to about 35 feet. And then I 2-putted again for par. Hole 8, I hit my 5 iron left into another, not a bush, but I went into a bunker. I ended up having like a downhill lie, and I had about a 30-yard bunker shot over a ridge to like a flag on a plateau. So I hit my bunker shot to about 7 feet, and I made that for par. Hole 9 is a par 5, first par 5 on the course. So I hit my drive. I played a little fade off of the bunkers, and then had about 270 yards in. So that's like right around my 3-wood range to where I could reach the green. But then I decided not to. I was like, I'm gonna hit a 3 iron, and I'm gonna have like a chip shot up to the green. And then I hit my 3 iron. I hit it a little too far left, so I ended up like on a lip of a bunker. So I had like a really weird stance. And then I had 70, 80 yards, and I hit it up on the green, left of the pin, and then 2-putted for par again. Hole 10 is another par 4 where you have to hit over bunkers, and it's about a 270 carry if you want to play aggressive over the bunkers. And then if you want to keep it a little bit more left, it's not as much of a carry, but then you'll have a longer shot into the green. So I hit my driver, and I just bombed it. It was like probably one of the longest drives I've ever hit. I hit it probably 320 yards, and then I had just a wedge shot in the green, 80 yards. I hit my wedge, I hit the pin, and then it bounced off of the green. So I ended up having to chip after all that. But I chipped it up, and then I made my par. And then hole 11 was another par 5, dog leg to the right. So I hit my drive down the fairway, and I had about 240 yards in, and I hit my 3 iron around 230, 225. So I just hit the 3 iron so I could be just short of the green and have a chip shot. And so I had a little 25-yard chip from like just short and right of the green. I chipped that up to a couple feet, and I tapped in for birdie. So now that put me at 1 over par. I think, yeah, 1 over. And then hole 12, I hit my 8 iron short of the green. So it was one of those greens where it's elevated, so everything off of the green falls off down a hill a little bit. So I was it was probably 15 feet below the level of the green. So I had to hit a flop shot, and then I hit that a little bit past the pin. I had like 15 feet coming back down the hill, and then I missed that, made bogey. So that put me back at 2 over. And then hole 13 was a reachable par 4. So I decided I wanted to go for the green. So I take out my driver, and it was one of those holes where if you go for the green, you have to hit it over water, and water to the left also. Water short and water to the left. And then if you laid up to the right, then it was all fairway. So I hit my driver, and I just flared it way right, and then I ended up in the fairway anyway. So it turned out fine. It was an awful shot though. And then I hit the wedge from about 70 yards to 12 feet, and then I lipped out for birdie and then tapped in for the par. Hole 14, I hit my drive right again, and then I ended up behind a tree, so I had to go under branches just to even advance it down the fairway. And I hit a punch shot low enough to where it could get underneath, and it rolled out to about 80 yards away. So I had another wedge shot in. I hit my wedge to about 12, 15 feet. I had like a downhill putt back down for birdie. And then I putted that a little too far by. So I had like 6.5 feet coming back. And then I made that for par. So, and then 15, it's a downhill par 4. I hit my driver in the fairway. And then had like 125 yards. And then there was water behind the green. So I took a club less, I took a gap wedge, and then I hit that to 25 feet, and then I made par again. I two putted for par. 16, I hit my 3-iron. 16 is the toughest hole on the course. All right, let me give you some context here. It was like the toughest hole on the course, the par 3. It's like a 225-yard hole. So I hit my 3-iron, and it comes up short. So I have a 20-yard pitch shot, and the flag was on a little plateau. There's a big slope right before the pin that you had to get up over, and my chip came up short, and it rolled back down the slope, and I had 40 feet, and then I ended up 3-putting from there, and I made double bogey. So that put me at 4 over just from that. And then hole 17, I hit my drive into the fairway, and then I had 120 yards in again. I hit the same club, the gap wedge, and I hit it to like 8 feet, and I had a putt that was breaking just a little to the left, and it was a pretty easy putt, honestly, for birdie. And then I lipped out on it, ended up making par anyway. Hole 18, finally, I hit my drive in the fairway, and then I crushed a 5-iron to about 20 feet, and then I 2-putted for par. So I ended up shooting 76 with 2 double bogeys. So biggest thing is just when you make a big score, not to worry about it. It's golf. It happens. You make mistakes. It's okay. And just to think my next shot is going to be my best shot. And my next shot is going to be the best shot. And just keep repeating that to yourself, and just breathe, and just keep on going through your pre-shot routine every time. Warrior pose, point your club at the target, and make sure you stick to it, and make sure you're picking small and specific targets, because the smaller the target you pick for each shot, the less likely you'll have like a big miss left or right. So let me tell you just a little bit more about me. My mom is Jamaican Chinese, and my dad's African American. So I feel like I can relate to you a little bit. I didn't really get to a point where I thought I could even. Oh, I forgot to tell you, I'm a senior in high school. I'm going to be playing NCAA golf next year. I forgot to mention that. I didn't even get to a point where I even thought I could even compete and play college golf until maybe a year ago. And then I met with Dr. Hamilton the first time, and then here I am. So good luck, man. Stick with it. Keep doing what you're doing. And trust Dr. Hamilton. He's going to help you a lot. He's already helped me a lot just in the short time I've worked with him. So, yeah, that's it.